Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's recap of Dancing with the Stars.
All right.
It's My Jam Monday.
All right, and they extended the opening.
Yes, they did.
To include the judges, the pros, the celebs. Everybody got involved.
Yeah, they gave the judges a chance to share what their jam is.
Some did more 8 counts than others.
Yes.
Let us know what you think in the comments.
Who was your favorite judge dancing?
None.
Oh! All right.
All right, so...
let's get right into the dances this week.
Randy and Karina were up first with their cha-cha.
Yeah, so they danced to I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Let's just say it was way better than last week.
No, last week was way better.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't really have like the Latin down. I see him more as like a ballroom.
He's a toddler
dancer.
baby. Apparently he can't get no satisfaction. Definitely not from the judges.
It was a little bit of a letdown after last week's wonderful performance.
I'm surprised that the judges gave him a 28.
Why?
Because they told him that he sucked.
Oh, you're saying it should have been lower?
Yeah.
Well, there was something kind of weird going on with the scores tonight. We'll get there. But anyway, next up, Janelle and Val with a foxtrot to Call Me Maybe.
This was awkward. And when Carrie Ann opened her mouth and said, "This is close to perfection,"
What?
I was like, excuse me, was I abducted by aliens?
I think Tommy Chong is kind of spreading the love backstage.
I think the judges were all high.
I don't know.
They were all midnight tokers this week.
Well, she got 2 9s and
How
2
is
8s.
that possible?
Giving them a 34. I thought it had some interesting choreography. I would have liked to have seen a little more foxtrot in there.
34 for them.
Right.
Now, Leah and Artem, they had a jive. This was okay. They danced to Land of 1,000 Dances.
I thought her leg action was pretty good. Those knees, like Julianne said, were getting up high. She had the flicks and the kicks.
Her posture, however, a little Quasimodo.
A little too hunchy, which is surprising with her ballet training. I know it's been a long time, but once you got that posture, I'm surprised that, she lost it like that.
Yeah, and Carrie Ann, again, yes, it was good, but sit your ass down.
She's falling out of her chair!
She needs some butt glue. You know what? She just takes it a little bit too far. It's one thing to be animated. It's another thing to be idiotic.
Well, if you think about it, now they've got 4 judges and,
Right.
and another girl permanently, so she's got to fight for that spotlight.
Just do your thing.
All right.
Artem is now a citizen.
Congratulations! Welcome!
All right.
So they got a 35.
5. Still high. Along with the judges. All right.
Yeah, I'm surprised that got 3 9s. But anyway.
Michael and Emma up next with their samba.
This was an interesting dance. It was to Girls in Bikinis, which is
a song I've
country
never
song,
heard.
right?
Yeah.
So you think like samba, country music. We'll see how it goes.
Well, it didn't go too good because he came off as a bear in a swamp trying to shake a dingleberry off his butt cheek.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just because it didn't have that samba vibe in the music or what, but it just didn't feel like a samba. Like, I don't think they had that many samba moves anyway, you know what I mean?
Definitely didn't have the bounce.
No, it had something, but I don't know what it was.
All right, that was a 24.
Ooh, pretty low.
Was that the lowest score of the night? I think so.
It might have been, yeah.
All right, well, Tavis and Sharna, they did a disco-flavored cha-cha.
Their week was very busy. He was doing book signings, he was speaking all over the place, so it was pretty hectic.
Well, would you say it was a boogie wonderland?
I think so.
All right. It looks like another bear fell into the swamp.
Yeah.
I really am having an issue trying to get on the Tavis train. He's kind of a wet blanket.
Kind of, yeah.
And it kind of, like, doesn't do a damn thing for me.
But Sharn is so great.
I'm hoping he's off the show next week.
Whoa! Shots fired. All right.
Again, Carrie Ann, delusional. She was like, this was really great.
I didn't think it was awful, but it wasn't, like, good. All right. Next up.
28 for them, by the way.
Yes, 28.
All right, the star of the show was up next, Alfonso and Whitney.
So they were dancing a samba, and they were dancing to Will Smith's
Of course.
Getting Jiggy With It.
Of
Cousin
course.
Will!
He wrote a song, and now Alfonso's dancing to it.
Yeah, so they had this really dramatic video package about how they have all this pressure on them now because they did so well last week.
And he was like, I don't know if I could do it. I just don't know. My head's not doing what my feet aren't doing what my head wants them to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Whitney's like talking to the producers and everything, and she's like, I'm really stressed out right now. I just want him to do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
So they come out and they have this awesome samba with some hip-hoppy little flavor to it.
Yep.
And it was fantastic, and he's got the spectators on. Yeah, and he gets a standing ovation.
Well, the judges were like, screw you.
I was like, really?
What? Okay, I will admit, he didn't have the samba technique down, but how many of these celebrities come on here and actually get that samba technique down? It is one of the most difficult dances to get the technique.
Excuse me, no one else got a standing ovation tonight. And he got 4 8s.
Really?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me? I was like, this makes me not want to watch this show anymore.
His
because it's
choreography-
total bullshit.
The choreography that Whitney gave him was like 1,000 times harder than everyone else's choreography.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Whatever. They're definitely judging him harder. I don't like that, and it made me upset for the rest of the episode.
It ruined the show for me. We were so looking forward to this week's show, and now we're just like, this is horse S.
Hang in there, Alfonso.
All right.
All right, next up, Bethany and Derek with a foxtrot.
She picked all about the bass. All about that bass.
Yeah, but she's had a rough week because she's got a little bit of an injury going on.
She hurt her paw.
Her ankle.
All right. They did a pretty safe routine. You
Whoa.
could tell it was definitely dialed down.
I would not call that opening stunt safe by any
Wow.
means. Standing up on that base,
Yeah.
that was pretty cool, but
Yeah, did you notice how awkward she was getting up on it, though? She got up on it like a truck driver. She was like,
all right, well,
wasn't graceful. She was pretty stiff, but then again, her ankle was injured.
yeah. It's tough to really critique when they're injured.
Well, when Len said it was the best he'd seen that night, I said, I want to turn the TV off now.
Yeah,
and
I was
quit
pretty
for real.
pissed.
Yeah.
So they ended up with a 33.
All right. Betsy and Tony up next with a foxtrot. Didn't she look pretty tonight?
Oh, Betsy. It so reminded me of the movie Pretty in Pink when
Yeah.
the friend who owns the record store puts on her prom dress and does her hair up.
Yeah. It was so good. And of course, she danced to an 80s song, Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Duh.
That's all they want to have is some fun.
Yeah, so this was a huge improvement over last week.
Yeah. She can still get that leg up over her
Yeah,
head.
she did the Toddlers and Tiaras pageant move where you hold up your leg.
Yep, spin around. There was no sad clown this week,
No.
Betsy. Maybe it was because you wore your bra under your clothes this time.
That's a good start.
28.
Yay!
All right, well, Antonio and Cheryl, he had a little bit of an attitude in his package.
Well, Cheryl was all like, we're doing rumba, I love rumba. And then she was like, wait, but I don't really know you, so this is weird. It's
They-
a very personal dance.
Yeah. They sang to
They
Adorn.
sang.
They danced to the song Adorn. And there was really not a whole lot of content for him.
Yeah, I really did enjoy the performance. However, that's because Cheryl was working it.
Yeah.
He was just...
He was basically just standing there,
She didn't give him that much to do.
which was probably pretty smart.
Well,
But
he pulled off the character well, and he was there for her, so there's that.
31.
All right.
Tommy and Pita with their salsa. He's salsa danced
He
before.
has revealed he used to salsa it up in the clubs. Good for you.
That's how he gets the ladies. And of course, his song was Higher. do you get it? All right. He was okay for an old geezer.
You know what? I
Respect.
think he was pretty good. He got all of his steps in there. He was on the beat. What more could you ask for?
28. You know, with that, it would seem that his score was a little low compared to the Young Bucks. That's why I can't stand this.
All right, hang in there. We also had Jonathan and Allison with a cha-cha.
All right, these two are going to be shopping buddies. I just know it. All right, well, they were getting mani-pedis, weren't they?
It looked like it.
So they danced to sing, and he was a sloppy little baby man.
Yeah, I just felt like this choreography had a lot of really showy, not cha-cha moves.
Well, he danced really small, too. He didn't follow through with a lot of his moves. He was just like...
Yeah. And you know what? Len freaking ripped Allison a new one for this dance.
Guess what? You hired her. You knew she wasn't a ballroom dancer. It's her first year on the show. Excuse me?
Leave Allison alone!
Come on, she's been through a lot.
Well, they ended up with a 30. Allison seemed a little bit pissed. She's got those eyes where she's just like...
She's going home to Twitch tonight, and she is going to unload on him. She's going to be like, I don't know why I took that job. Come on.
How do you know what she's going to say?
I could read it.
All right. So last but not least, Sadie and Mark with a jazz.
All right. So, of course, they had to get her father on Skype. Like, no, you're not wearing that one. Not that one. Not that one. All right, wear the robe.
She didn't wear the robe.
No.
So they danced to She's Country, and I just gotta say, whenever they do jazz on this show, jazz pretty much means do whatever you want. Which is not what jazz is, but that's fine. We'll let it go. So they do kind of like this country dance thing.
Country two-step-and...
No, I wouldn't say it was two-step. I don't know.
Two-stomp.
Kind of like a line dance vibe going on a little bit in some places.
Okay, 31.
She did pretty well.
It was okay. It shouldn't have been the closer for the show.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that it closed out the show, but you know, I thought her personality really added to it. She's very
bubbly.
vibrant. Yeah.
All right. So, who do you think is in trouble for tomorrow?
I'm gonna
the
have to
results shows
say
tomorrow.
Michael and Emma are definitely in trouble.
Michael and Emmer's definitely in trouble. But what about that Tavis?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm sure he doesn't have the fan base that everybody else does.
Yeah.
I don't think the PBS crew is picking up the phone to dial.
I don't know. They might be too busy with like a telethon or something.
Yeah.
The phones are busy.
All right. And who was your favorite?
Favorite? Alfonso and Whitney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let us know what you think in the comments. And until the results tomorrow, much love.
Edit.